Okay, so now let's start working on our team invite section in dashboard page. So let's minimize this and close all of this. Let's do that and create a new folder inside our components dashboard, and here we need to create a new folder called team invites. So we need to create a few files here. First is the team invite section. So team invites section.tsx. Then we need a team invites grid.tsx, and finally a team invite item. So team invite and item.tsx. And before that we need to actually update our gaming profile section file here and delete the unused import here. So let's delete it and commit the small change. So let's do that. Let's open git bash and git status. Here we have modified components game profile section.tsx. Let's add it. Git add components dashboard gaming profile section, then gaming profile section.tsx, and git commit here with a simple message call update, or let's just say remove unused import, and say in gaming profile section.tsx file. Okay, everything is good. Now let's git push origin main also, and everything is good. Now let's get a new branch here for team invite section. So git branch and say add team invites section feature. Let's just call it this and git switch to it. So git switch add team invites section feature, and git status here. So git status, and we have new files that we need to commit. So let's start by creating our team invite section. So it will export default async function called team invite section, and it will return a section. So it will return a section tag, and inside it we have a div that will contain our title. So let's pass some classes to it. To Excel and font bold. Let's add the title here. So what should be the title? Team invites. Let's call that only, and we need to import it in our dashboard page. So where it is dashboard page here. Let's import it. So here we need to say team invite section, and if I save it we should see something here. Okay, we are seeing team invites. Let's just add some classes to our section tag here, and it will be margin top of 8, maybe fine. Okay, 8 is fine. Then we need a title here, team invites, that we have. And if I maximize it, okay, we need to define a width here. So let's define a width of 1050 px and mx auto to center it. And if I say, we should see the width applied and mx auto applied. Okay, it is applied. Okay, so now we need to create a function here that just fetches the team invites of a user. So const team invites, and it will be of type team invites type array, not enum but array. Type array equals await get user team invites function, and we need to pass in the user id here. Okay, we need to create this function and we need to get the user id here. So user id as a prop. So let's say user id as object id, maybe let's just say object id, and if I save we need to pass the user id here. So user id, and we can just say user dot underscore id here, and we need the exclamation mark. Okay, so let's create this function in our lib mongodb. team.ts file. So let's copy the function name here and go to lib MongoDB team.ts. Let's create a new function here, export async function, and paste the function name here, and we need a user id of type object id. Will return a promise of team invites type array, and let's just fetch the client here. So const client equals await get MongoDB client. Let's just copy the try catch block here and paste it here. Let's just remove this and say const team invites equals await db dot collection of type team invites type, and collection name is team invites only. Then we need to find, then we need to call find and pass in the filter, and that will be user id maybe. Or let's look at our team invites collection to better visualize it. So we have team invites collection here, and then there is team id, player id, invited by status. So we need the player id here, so let's say player id and pass the user id here. So then we need to just return team invites here, and we need the exclamation mark also. Okay, not exclamation mark, but we are missing dot to array call here. Okay, so now everything is good. Let's update the error messages here. Failed to get all team invites of a user from database. Let's copy this message and paste it below, and just paste it here. Then save and import the function in our team invite section component. Okay, it's imported. Now let's console log it to see if it is working or not. So team invites console.log team invites. So if I now save and look at the console log here, so we are getting team invites and an empty array because we don't have any team invites in our current logged in user, that is the Shubham Singh user. Let's log in with Dhruv Singh account and see if it is working or not. So let's log out and pass email as xyz@gmail.com, password 123, and let's go to dashboard here. We should see now some array value in okay, we are seeing some team invites here, id, team id, player id, invited by, and status. So this is working fine. Okay, so now let's continue work on our team invites section here. So let's remove this. Okay, so now let's create our team invites grid here and later import it below the team invites title. So let's actually close this, we don't need this. Let's work on our team invites grid, and let me just quickly make it for you, the team invites grid and the team invite item, to better save your time. Okay, so I have created the structure and UI of our team invites grid and team invites item, and here is the code. So first we have a prop here called team invites of type team invites type array that we need to map over to, and if there is team invites in team invites array, then we are mapping over the team invite item here and passing the key and spread operator here. And if there is no items in team invites item, then we are simply saying no team invites found. And let's open the team invite item here, and here is the code. We are fetching from spread operator here, and the props are team id, invited by, and status. And here we are fetching the team for displaying the team data, and fetching the invited by user to display details about invited by user, and then we are converting role name from numerical value to string values. So here is the complete code of team invite item, you can look at it. And if I now import the team invite section in our page, so let's do that. We have team invite section here, we need to import the team invites grid here. So team invites grid, and we need to pass the team invites here. So let's pass the team invites, and if I now say, we should see a grid here. Okay, we are seeing the team invites grid here, and if I maximize it, okay, we have team name as void, required rank iron, invited by Shubham Singh, and game is League of Legends, and status is also showing pending. Next, we need a view button here, just like the gaming profile, that will show the details of team invite and give a UI to user to accept or reject the team invite. So let's do that now. Okay, so let's first commit the changes here, and let me open my git bash node command prompt, and let's run git status here, and we have few modified files and new file edits in team invites folder. So let's git add them and git commit with the message that is create UI for team invite section in dashboard page, and that's all. So git status one more time and nothing to comment. So now let's start working on creating a view button here. So here we need a div here, and we need to pass some classes here. So flex and justify between and items center. So let's move the code here a little bit. So we need to move this and put a div here. Actually not here. We need to put a div here. So we need div, and inside it we will have a component here called view team invite box. So if I save it, everything should be fine. I maximize it, nothing. Okay, some things has changed, we need to fix them. So let's go, let's check it here. Actually we need to move this div outside of this div, so let's move it here, and let me just adjust the code here. So we have this code, we need to move it this, and we also need to move this. So let's move it this here and put the other div inside this div. So here we need a div. If I now save, everything should be fine, and it is rendering and okay. So we have correct spacing here. Let's create a new component here called view team invite box, and just close it. So let's create a new file here and save team invite view box.tsx. So let's create the component here, and it will be a client component. So use client because we are going to use state. So export default function called view team invite box, and it will return a div. Let's just say this is view team invite box, and to change the file name here I have set it to wrong file name, and it is view team invite box.tsx. Okay, so now let's import it here, and if I now save it, there should be no errors, and we should see a message printing on the right. So this is view team invite box, and we need to change few things here. It is flex justify between item center. Let's give a background color of blue 100 to better visualize it, and if I save it, okay, there is something wrong. We need with full hair maybe. So let's with full hair, and nothing has changed. Maybe need with full hair also. Okay, we need the with full in the parent component. That's totally fine. Let's remove this now because we don't need it anymore. If I save it, and everything is good. So let's create a button here instead of saying the hard-coded text. So let's create a button here. So let me just quickly do it for you to save your time. Okay, so I have created the structure and UI for view team invite box component. So here is the code. You can look at it, and let me explain this component. So here we have an interface which is called view team invites box. So we are using these as props, that is team and captain. That is a team is a type of team, sanitized team type, because it is a client component, and captain is of sanitized user type. Then we have a state here that toggles the team invite box on and off with this method. And here we are checking if show team invite box is true, then show the team invites details here, and show accept and reject forms here, that we will do in a moment. Actually it is accept and reject forms. Then we have a button here called view, and it is giving okay, it's temporary error. And here we are importing it in our team invite item. I have imported it view team invite box, and here we are passing the team, and I have created this function sanitize team in our lib.team.ts file, and this is the function. Here you can look at the complete code. Then we have, let's close this file. Then we have the view team invite box here. So let's now create accept and reject forms for our team invite item. So let's go to team invites components folder and create a new folder. Maybe let's create a new folder called view team invite box, and move the view team invite box .tsx file that, and update the imports, and everything is good. Let me save it. Everything should be fine. Okay, it's page loaded, view cancel, everything is working fine. And also let me just look at my git repository here and check the git log. One line, and we have a latest commit create UI for team invite section in dashboard page. Actually we need to modify this commit message because we haven't actually created the team invite section in dashboard page completely. So let's run git commit dash dash amend, maybe if this is the correct command. Waiting for your editor to close the file. Okay, we have opened, and we need to change the commit message, and it should say create UI for team invite section partially 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 without view box, and this is fine. Let's just save it and close it. We should have updated the commit message here. So let's git log one more time and pass one line filter. We have latest commit create UI for team invite section partially without view box in dashboard page. Okay, so now let's run git status here and commit the changes of view team invite box. So git add dot and git commit dash m. Let's say create UI for team invites section in dashboard page view with view team box, view team invite box UI. Okay, that's a fine commit message, and then git status one more time, nothing to commit. So let's just create a new file in our view team invite box folder and let's call it accept team invite home.tsx, and one more, that is reject team invite form.tsx, and create these components. So let's first create the app team invite form.tsx, and let me just quickly create it for you to save your time. Okay, so I have created the UI for our accept team invite form, and here is the code. First we have an interface, accept team invite form props, that we are fetching the set show gaming profile box method in it, state method, and then we are returning a form component with a button here that just turn off the show gaming profile box state. So let's import it in the view team invite box, and here we need to import it. So it is accept team invite form and it receives a function set show gaming profile. So let's pass it, and we say we should see. Now let's click on the view button, we should see the accept button. Okay, we are seeing the accept button here, and similarly we need to create the reject button here. So let's do that also. So let's copy it from here, let's copy it and paste it here and rename this to reject team invite form, and let's import the dispatch and set state action. Then we need to change the text here to say reject, and change the color from green to red. And if I save it, then we need to import it here. Let's import it here. So reject team invite form, and we need to pass the method here. So let's do that. And if I now say, we should see the two buttons there, so cancel, reject and accept. So we are done with our team invite section. Here we can implement the logic for accept and reject team invite later. For now we are just done with this component. So let's close it, and if we click on any button, it's just going to close the pop-up. So let's click on accept, reject or cancel, the result is same. So this team invite section is done now, and let's work on our play request section. So let me just try through it, and next we need to create the play request section. So let's do that. So before working on our play request section in our dashboard page, let's commit the changes of team invite section in dashboard page. So let's do that. Let's open git bash and then git status. Here we are on the add team invite section feature branch, and we have a changes here. So let's git add all of them. Let's git log one time to see our history. So git log one line, and we have latest commits, create UI for team invite section partially without view box in dashboard, and create UI for team invite section in dashboard page with view teams invite box UI. So let's commit one more time. So git commit dash m, that is finish team invites section in dashboard page, and this is a find commit message. So let's git status one more time, and nothing to commit. Let's switch the branch, git switch main and delete the branch. So git branch dash d add team invite section feature. The branch is not fully merged. Okay, we need to merge the changes. My god, what would had happened? So git merge, git merge, and the branch name is add team invite section feature. Okay, the fast forward merge. Let's run git status and git log, and we have finished team invite section in dashboard page, and head is pointing to the same. So let's delete the branch now. So git branch dash d add team invite section feature, and it is deleted. Let's check it, only one branch. Let's push the code to origin and main branch. So let's check it on the GitHub. So if we refresh, we should see message finish team invite section in dashboard page. Okay, we are done with this branch and team invite section in dashboard page.